Profit. We got our boy Blake out here. You know, we came top 4 at the Difo Regional. So Blake, what did we play today?
We played branded Despia.
Yep.
You know, it's the deck. It's the sauce right
It's
now.
the sauce.
It's the hype.
It's the hype. And what were your matches today?
I played 4 mirrors, and I beat all 4.
Dang.
I only lost to Shadol Invoked.
Yep.
You got the other list.
Yep.
But that match was completely unwinnable. Like, both games was set a monster pass, and just never drew a playable card and lost both those games.
Dang.
Other than that, I didn't brick once the rest of the whole tournament.
Yep.
So I didn't lose any games that were playable by any stretch of the imagination.
Awesome.
And then I also beat Flandries.
Yep.
And I forgot the last match. Sorzel.
Sorzel?
Yeah.
Yep. And how did you feel about the deck when you were coming into this?
I felt like it was really good. There's a lot of power. You can just play through hand traps, which is like the most disgusting thing. And then if you don't get hand trapped, you just go nuts. And I think the most important thing to keep in mind for the deck is to play around the Ash. So don't search the branded fusion if you don't need it. And then just get to the Mirror Jade, and you'll probably just grind out the game until you need it.
Awesome. All right, well, let's see the spice. Let's see this deck list.
All right, so start obvious cards, the Aliber, the Tragedy, and then Dramaturge and Adlib.
Yep.
In the deck building feed, really the only thing that's discussed is if we play the Dramaturge. I think it's good. You can probably cut it, but it's so much power, just 3,000 when you're going second. It just feels so good to polymerization summon this guy, just punch with a Mirror Jade and a Masquerade and this bad boy.
100%.
And then the 3 Albaz, and then the Albaz package.
Oh, you played 2 Shrouds.
So I played 2 Shroud because it's literally just an Upstart Goblin that also can plus you.
Yep.
You'll see later I'm playing 3 branded in red, and the best value of this is to dump an Albaz, and then branded in red the Albaz to your hand, and it lets you play around the Ash.
Interesting.
And it's only bad if you draw both of them, and the math to draw 2 of a 2 of in a 41 card deck is very low.
Yeah.
So I just want to draw this every single game to either get an Albaz or a branded opening in the graveyard.
100%.
1 Mercourier because I just don't want to add bricks to my deck. It's really good. I like to play more, but it's a win bar card.
Yeah.
Then Snow, obviously. And then 3 Chain. And when you get into the spells, 2 Patchwork, 2 Poly.
Yep.
I'm only playing 2 Patchwork because I'm playing a 41 card list. I think you go to third when you play like 45 cards or even 43.
Yeah.
But you don't want to draw a bunch of them, and I did brick on them a few times.
I hear that.
For the branded spells, we had Lost, obviously. 3 branded opening. It's just, like, drawing it's not bad. It lets you play around Veilers, which is awesome. When you draw it, you get to keep your Mirror Jade effect. You get to search different cards. There's just no reason not to play 3 of it other than bricking on multiple. But that's like saying, like, oh, I shouldn't play 3 of my best cards because I could brick on multiple Aliber or something.
That's right.
I guess Aliber doesn't start you, but, like, multiple Tragedy, which gets you into your whole deck. Like, I'm not going to cut my engine and then brick at a regional and not get to win a round because of that, you know?
Yeah, I get that.
This is another optional card. It's just another searchable polymerization, and it's so hard to die when you have this card.
Yeah.
You're like, so like you go into a Masquerade, when they kill the Masquerade, the Aliber comes back. When they kill the Aliber, this brings back your Mirror Jade, and it's just...
Whoa, that's pretty spice.
Exactly. Well, spice, but like, the value is you just don't want to die. On turn 2 after you go first, and then you go to turn 3 for the smackback and OTK them after. As long as you don't get OTK'd in the mirror, that's all you're trying to do.
Yeah.
Like opening, obviously. Fusion, obviously. So that's the branded cards. Very super poly because it's absolutely unfair. Like whoever draws this in the mirror just wins.
Yep.
Unless if your hand's like gas. And then 1 droplet because I'm playing 41. I like 2 droplet in the 45 card list, but I want to play 4 cards that are really good going second.
Yep.
And then I also play Allures, so like I want to dig into these cards.
Yeah.
I wanted to play Ash because it's just so impactful in the mirror. Like, obviously you can play around it, but getting ashed on it just feels super bad because you're not getting to your Adlib, you're not dumping a Snow.
Yeah.
But the problem with Ash is I don't want to draw into it going second with Allure and just have this dead card in my hand. But these are always insane to draw.
Of course.
2 Allure. Some people are playing 3, but it's actually just a nice 2 of where you don't want to draw 2 Allures because sometimes like the best value for Allure it actually isn't Banishing Tragedy. Like well, obviously Banishing Tragedy is nice.
Yeah.
But it's like a fake +1 because it's not like you're not going to resolve that tragedy tragedy in your hand, even if you banish it.
100%.
So it feels like a +1, but you're getting that plus no matter how you discard it. So really the best value for this is to draw to your super polys, draw to your side cards, and to debrick like 2 Alibers. That's super nice. But you don't want to play 3 because half the time you're discarding 1, or you don't have enough darks in your hand, or you don't want to banish the darks you have after like the first one. So it's just a nice extra card, and then called by the game obviously.
Card.
So the list was 40, and then I added just 1 Albion because it's literally just Upstart Goblin.
And did it work out for you in the end?
It worked out for me in the end. I just wanted to draw this every game.
That's sick.
I couldn't think of one card I wanted to cut, maybe the Droplet, but it came up a few times.
100%.
And I just don't want to draw 2 Droplet.
And what about your side deck here?
Oh, so we'll go to the side.
Yep.
So 3 Takobo.
Tikaboo, yeah.
Tikaboo. This deck literally plays around Tikaboo with its eyes closed. You're never sweating about that other than maybe Dramaturge, but you'll just side out Dramaturge when you put this in.
Yeah.
Because you maybe sit on like an Aliber, and then everything else is a different type except for maybe Dragons, but who cares? Mirror Jade's a worm.
Yep.
So this is just because it's a regional, and it's actually not bad because of Sword Soul and Flandries.
Yep.
But there's so many random decks like Earth Machine, just random bullshit, and like Dragon Link. This just dicks everything going first.
It does.
Sorry, my apologies.
No worries.
3 Twin Twister. It's just back row removal, and then so my back row removal package is this. Red Reboot just instantly wins you any game against trap decks.
Yep.
And in Comedy, you like dedicate 1 side slot to Comedy, and it does wonders for you in the skill drain matchup or like the heavy like Veiler matchup, like I don't know, Sky Strikers, or if you know your opponent's on like a ton of Veilers.
Yeah.
But like you just put this 1 card in, dump it with Branded Fusion, and then you can just poly for Chimera whenever you want, and you're just resolving it without needing to hard draw Branded Opening or Branded Red.
That's crazy. Yeah, because it distributes it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm still putting some respect on Scythe decks. I know Drytron can just summon it with Baron in your standby phase, and they search it with Ben 10.
Yeah.
And then like any deck really that puts up a formidable board that you can't super poly.
Yep.
Like you can super poly like Drytron, but it's all like lights, so it doesn't feel good. You have to like set an Aliber and then stuff like that. So any deck basically that I would switch out super poly for, I put these in instead.
Those instead.
And it's just generically good because you don't know what you're going to see at a regional.
Yep.
2 Nibiru, because I feel like a lot of Sword Soul players aren't respecting Nibiru right now, going second, especially against Despia players.
Yep.
Because they don't think we play any hand traps, and they commit to that by going into the level 10 first, and then Shizowing and getting the Jatu. So greedy, because what you just do is they do the level 10, summon Mo, you put a token on the field, and drop a fat Nibiru on them.
Yeah.
Out the token, now you have 3k attack. And then it's just good for other decks because I feel like Adventure is not as prevalent now that they banned Verte and Loradon, because all the big Adventure decks are banned and Prank Kids are gone. So like, what decks are really playing Adventure right now?
Good luck, my friend.
And then this is the only mirror for the side deck. Sorry, the only side for the mirror. The only side for the mirror. Some people are on Ash now, main decking Ash or siding in Ash for the mirror because it just gets you like the advantage you need when they can't resolve the Branded Fusion. So like when I draw this, I'm just so free to play however I want going first. I don't put this in against everything else though, just the mirror.
Just the mirror.
So like if I draw this and they ash me, I'm free, I can play however I want. If I don't draw it, I can just set this, hit anything I want. If I draw this and I can't use this for the ash, who cares? This will just ash their Branded Fusion.
Yep.
And then I would go to like 3 and 3 if I could, but there's just totally not enough cards to side out because you don't want to side your gas out.
100%.
In the mirror match, you want to OTK them really bad.
Yep. All right. Let's take a look at your extra deck there.
And then the extra deck's nothing special.
It's gonna be just
like Predaplant. I didn't organize this, but
that's fine.
Predaplant, double Masquerade. You'll go double Masquerade all the time. It just puts people on a 6-turn clock, which is nuts. Double Mirror Jade. Double Albion. I wish I could play a third Albion, but there's just no space for it. I feel like every other card is necessary. And as much as one Lubellion feels like it's possible, if you cut it to 1, that's when you get Veilered on it.
Yep.
Titanic Clad and Sprint. Sprint's like honestly the flex spot.
Yeah.
It was Sprint or Brigand, but I feel like with one bird, it's not worth playing Brigand.
Yeah.
And the combo with this is you send the Titanic Clad and then summon Albaz in their end phase, and then this fusions with any special summon monster this turn. So then you go into this, even if you still have a Mirror Jade. Otherwise, if you have a Mirror Jade, you can't go into anything, and this goes into non-extra deck cards. You go into this, then as soon as your main phase goes, you move this and pop another monster.
Yep.
So you can, and I did that a few times today, which was nice. nice. It just outs the whole board in the end phase.
Wow, that's pretty crazy.
Squirtless, this is how you beat the Sword Soul matchup. You probably know how this works. You just poly with the cheese out and attack.
Yep.
Or they pop it, you win.
And then you get a free.
Double out Chimera is easy, and then this is how you OTK.
The pro skinny in there.
Yeah, you go first, you don't get OTK'd by the mirror, and then in turn 3, you branded fusion again and go into this. Reborn their mirror jade, you're just actually living life after this. I mean, this is just 3,200 every time it attacks.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, Blake, did you have any shoutouts you wanted to give?
Shout out to Tyler for getting married soon, Pog. But he's tested with him a bunch, tested with Aegis a bunch.
Yep.
Yeah, just Edmonton Yugioh.
Edmonton Yugioh, awesome. Well, guys, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Remember when we hit that 500 subs, we are doing a double box giveaway. And thank you so much, Blake. Congrats on your top 4. Show that bling. Comment box games, yes, excellent. We'll leave this link in the description below, and we'll see you in the next one, guys.